And it should. Looking pretty good into that Samira pick, and you know, the Braum just going to be able to get in there and help a little bit to protect, you know, protect and also attack, I suppose, here. Alongside the Vayne down on the bottom side, it leaves the counter pick on the top side available as well for Kingen, so obviously a pretty nice one. And we got Seraphine again
for ㅅ
coming in here.
Yeah. So this is going to be a very interesting bot lane, and I think it could certainly be oppressive either way, but I kind of like the Seraphine Samira. As long as nothing happens pre-6 where Samira gets stove on or taken out in a skirmish, I like this for Afrika a lot. The Ornn,
or at least priority for it, so now he will be back, but Pyosik trying to get in here and steal some extra stuff alongside of the pressure and priority they have in the bot lane.
Yeah, this is, for the first time, a little bit of freedom around the spot side for DRX, and they're hidden here. Becca is in this tribush, seen by ㅅ now, and it's actually, ㅅ not realizing Pyosik is so nearby, so he's gonna pop ult.
ㅅ's, yeah, trying to get on top of Pyosik here. We do have Dread coming in, and now DRX are in full retreat mode. Olaf, though, going forward. They're going to catch Becca, but a really nice wild growth to keep him alive for just a bit longer, but he does go down to Keen, who does make his way in, and now Solka rooted down for a little bit too long. That's going to be a double kill going the way of Afrika, as they do take a pretty big win in that team fight.
Yeah, ㅅ's popped ult super early, but it was actually really well done. Quick reaction time there. And, you know, unfortunately, the bigger of the two teleports down from top lane is definitely going to be the Ornn, and this is going to be Rip Herald popping down what has already been a very successful bot lane. Obviously, for just a moment, looked like maybe DRX was going to wrestle back control. That's more turret plate gold going down to the bot duo, and this is the beginning of, you know, a very dominant tempo advantage here for the Afrika Freaks. The big question is, what's going to be the soul? Will it be an Infernal Soul potentially here after this next Drake? That is, I think, really going to change a lot of how this...
He's angry at Fly. He's like, no, you know, I'm going to take your blue buff now. Yeah. It's not fair. We got to trade 1 for 1 at least. Nice little bubble there from Solka, but now we have Ornn from the top side looking to get things going. The flash over the wall as he is really desperately trying to get the spike going. And now Becca kind of left in no man's land here, gets his shield up, but I think he might just be slowed down and taken to the death chamber as a really nice ultimate comes in, as well as the Samira to follow up, and DRX are just being chipped down 1 by 1 as Afrika will pick up 2 more kills.
You could see how this comp works together, why it is, you know, with the exception of the Seraphine, a pretty meta composition, right, across the board. Top tier mid laner, you've got the Olaf, jungle, right, Ornn. A little bit less priority recently, but this comp has everything you'd want to chase down and kill a fleeing DRX. And DRX, it feels like, are trying to reinvent the wheel with this super unique, let's just put it, composition that hasn't been able to come online yet. The oppressive bot lane has been a serious issue. Now they're setting it up to the top lane to continue that aggressive push. Look at Ornn side laning bottom as well. This is out of control, this lead for Afrika. And I mean, we saw Afrika have a great lead in game 1 and end up losing it, but this is something completely different. This is not just side lane pressure and a top lane dominance. This is control of the entire map, and in 65 seconds, that next Drake is going to be up. You can see, when you watch this fight as well, extremely aggressive is Keen. Essentially 1v2 here. He knows he's tanky enough to just continue to push forward, and everybody gets caught in this choke point. You can see Solka is forced to flash over the wall. Then you can see big shockwave comes through, and all the damage from Bang just slides in with it. And Bang is just going to do tons of damage in these choke points with the lead that he has early. And I don't know if Valdez, I don't know if DRX is going to get some crazy big mistakes. Now the hidden bush here with a sweeper check as Fly may actually find himself falling here.
Yeah, he's going to get bubbled up, but the rest of the team comes out of the jungle as Jonas Strong keeping it secret from us. I like it. I like the hype. Here comes this gigantic Olaf, but a block onto the Ornn ultimate is just not going to matter anyway. They have way too much damage. The triple kill comes in here for Bang, and now 8-1 and a massive lead, even more so than they had before here for Afrika.
Yeah,
as maybe maybe they'll just, you know, set their sights on a 20-minute Baron. We'll have to wait and see what they do.
I think it's a little bit overzealous to try to push for that, but they do have a lot of good vision coverage. They are going to get this turret and push the top lane out, but I think they really just want to solidify their lead for that Infernal Soul. And, I mean, when you look at the compositions too, right, and we know Vayne can do incredibly well in the Supreme late game, as we're going to see a better shot, I think, of this rotation in. Yeah, you can see the Charm goes in solo onto Solka, and you see the Shockwave actually catches DRX, so there's just really no way out of here. You have to try to slowly go down the river, then you see King come in with the Ornhorn. But the engage tools and the ultimates across the board for Afrika are just amazing for team fighting. And when you're this far ahead, I mean, you've got knockups, you've got a Charm, you have Shockwave, you have the ability for Olaf to just force team fights with his Ragnarok, and like, I don't see a way where DRX can sneak a team fight away, even when it looked like they might get that pick in the top lane and have a good fight. If Bao is allowed to do consistent damage, like, that damage output will be insane, especially the longer the game goes on. So that's what's terrifying about DRX's composition and how it scales. The problem is I just don't know if Bao ever gets to play the game. I don't know if he ever gets to fill the 0-0-0 you see next to his CS score, because he's just simply going to be either zoned out or blown up immediately in almost every single team fight. And with the Kraken Slayer being his choice, he has very little survivability outside of his vault.
Okay, that's just going to be a massive Shockwave that comes in there, trying to turn it here on a Bang. Obviously, they have a lot of damage, but Bao moving forward now is just going to essentially say, take me with you, Afrika, please. As, man, Fly just comes in with a teleport and says, hello, friends. You know, have a sombrero. This is going to be a nice one.
Yeah.
Actually on his head, but either way, Pyosik, they're just kind of running him down here. Dread has insane survivability with the items that he does have. The Gore Drinker and the Sterix already. Kingan, the only one to get out alive. But DRX will not be getting out
how many
from this game.
How many tools of engage do they have, Afrika? I mean, it's unlimited. Do you see a 0 to the top left of your screen next to the AF, the Afrika logo? I don't see that. I see a 1 there. I see a game 3. I mean, look at this. It is perfect. Like, what more could you have even asked for? The Shockwave into Bang's insane damage output, and there's just where do you go from there? I mean, the fight is over. It's just not going to matter in the end. They're going to try to steal this Baron away. Solka's trying to snipe it, but way too risky. But I mean, you can't blame him for that. The game was over a while ago, so I mean, at least you know you've got game 3. So try as you may.
Yeah, he had Smite, so he was trying to actually get over the wall. He had the unsealed spellbook, but it did look very silly, that is for sure.
Look at Solka's damage output onto Lehens. He's going to have to stopwatch, but yeah, unfortunately after this, look at the save, actually. It's actually pretty incredible. Lehens tosses that out. And now it's like Shockwave, and okay, you almost were there.
Pyosik just casually chowing down on some popcorn chicken towards the end of that. As, okay, Bang, what's going on here? You seem to have a lot of friends. I mean, he's a very nice guy, so it makes sense, but don't think he was expecting a surprise party in the bot lane, and that's a nice little streak that they get to shut down in Bang.
I feel like DRX is called the...
You know, that gains them 30 seconds each time, and if you do that, you know, 5-6 more times, certainly is a chance.
Well, I mean, I see Bao is like, he wants to do damage so badly, like, he wants to fulfill his purpose in this composition, his destiny, right? It's preordained in draft. He was to hyper carry this game with Braum and Lulu support, essentially top support coming in. I mean, with the build that we have for Lulu, we can finish the tier here now. The hope was to eventually just make him an unkillable death machine. And, I mean, one more fight here.
Solka in a little bit of trouble. He pops forward, and he does not have flash. He is going to have that stopwatch. You can see the Charm comes in, a huge knockup from the side of the Ornn, and that is just about going to do it. As Pyosik has nowhere to run, just going to get ulted down. Kingan as well. Just going to try to delay some time, and actually might be successful in that. as Fly. He knows the game is over. He wants the kill. Will he get it, though? That's the question.
Again, just trying to zoom away. But,
all right.
Well,
all right.
Spotted.
Good play. Oh, trying to... Oh.
Ace!
I love the delayed ace. Production's just waiting to hit that button, and they got to do it there at the end. And Afrika certainly pressed their buttons pretty well in this game, 19-2. In 30 minutes, a slaughterfest to the side of Afrika. Really one-sided, nicely done, and they will bring us to a third game in the series.
Just another test, another experiment gone wrong. Still coming through for Bao, even though he's behind in that regard. Like, he still did a lot of damage in this game, and you can also see that Pyosik tried his best on Graves to find something, to find anything. And he did shoot at the Olaf quite a lot without killing him. But
yeah.
At the end of the day, it was the CC and the setups and the team fights that won this game for Afrika, plus the early bot lane snowball.